misinformed about? Did FEMA not designate funding of about $685 billion for illegal migrants in an emergency food and shelter program under this administration?
Yes, my sister, but again, those funds were deposited there through Congress. FEMA's only disperse money when it's needed. It's funded every year and is funded through Congress. It has to go through Congress, those funds, to be approved. And right now, the Republicans control Congress. But yes, you're right. But again, there's two separate pots, my sister. And by law, the head of FEMA or President Biden, neither one of them can go in there and move money around. They cannot pay Peter. They can't steal from Peter to pay Paul.
I talked about this. We had one of the deadliest hurricanes in American history. Beautiful town of Asheville, North Carolina. One of my favorite places in the country. Spent time there. Amazing people. Devastated. Hundreds of people killed. And President Biden and Vice President Harris were down there meeting with local officials and comforting families, asking how they could help. And Donald Trump at a rally just started making up stories about the Biden administration withholding aid from Republican areas and siphoning off aid to give to undocumented immigrants. Just made the stuff up. Everybody knew it wasn't true. Even local Republicans said it was not true. And now the people of Florida are dealing with another devastating storm. And I want you to watch what happens over the next few days, just like the last time. You're going to have leaders who try to help, and then you have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences. Because people are afraid, and they've lost everything, and now they're trying to figure out, how do I apply for help? And some of them may be discouraged from getting the help they need. The idea of intentionally trying to deceive people in their most desperate and vulnerable moments. And my question is, when did that become okay?
So, in conclusion, my sister, the misinformation came from people like yourself and like this brother here on the screen being told that only $750 was going to be allocated to these people in this hurricane disaster areas, and that's all that we're going to get was $750. That's part of the misinformation. There was other misinformation about the reason why Biden or Harris didn't go to the disaster areas right after the hurricanes. And again, the reason why they didn't was because they like to wait a week or so to give the first responders in those areas chances to get in there and clear out roads and rescue people and do what they have to do if people need medical care. They don't want to take resources from the police having to guard the president or the vice president right after a disaster. It takes away resources, my sister, from helping people. That was the misinformation that you heard from Donald Trump and his cronies, telling people that they were only going to get $750, or that there were no boots on the ground, that FEMA was not on the ground helping, or they were wondering why Biden and Harris didn't show up. All of that is misinformation, my sister. So I hope this helps. Peace, my sister. You take care and be safe. And if you have any other further questions, look me up. I'll be more than willing to help you answer them. Peace.